Bring the thunder, baby. Bring the thunder. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and this is Wine Library TV. So today we did the, community picks the wine, so I'm really excited about doing that. I've got 4 different red wines here today because I prefer red wines on a nice, brisky little day here in the Dirty Jers, and I'm really excited about it. We have 4 very good, interesting, different kinds of wines. We'll talk about them. We'll get into that. Just a little backtrack. Yesterday I went to a Video 2.0 meeting in New York City, and I had a great time, and I want to give a big shout out to the Tilsy.tv guys. Big link over here. Check out this site. A lot of fun. Really nice guys, Jameson and Josh. 2 young guys that I thought were really rad. I wish them well, and they seem to have a pretty cool video site. So, little link over there. Check those guys out. Big announcement. Tomorrow I will be on Sirius Radio around 4 p.m. on the Martha Stewart Living Show with Kerry Nolan. So if you're a Sirius subscriber, give us a call tomorrow. Big shout out. Mention that you're a Vaniac. Let's flood those phone lines tomorrow. So if you have any chance, hook me up with a call tomorrow. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll rock it out in New York City tomorrow on Sirius. VO, big link number 2. Link over here. Chris Mott, throw it up. Throw up the deuces because VO is announcing the Vaniac contest, the Ultimate Vaniac contest winner tomorrow, Friday. So keep a lookout for that on Viral, which is an awesome show. Sonny will be announcing the winner and the finalists, the 3 finalists at the beginning, I assume, and then the winner, because obviously if it did the other way around, it'd be a little anticlimactic. Let's taste some wine. Let's taste some stinking wine, because that's what we do on WLTV, and I'm excited about doing that, because it's what I've done for a long time, it's what I know how to do, it's what I like to do. So let's start with the Michel Tete Julianas, which is a Cru Beaujolais, Clos de Fif, which is single vineyard, 91 points, Josh Reynolds, 14 bones, 2005 vintage, Gamay grape, it's a Beaujolais, and really interesting because a lot of hype over the 2005 Beaujolais, 14 bones, not too expensive. A lot of people think of Beaujolais, they think about junk, fruity, light wines, they think about wines like George Buff Beaujolais Nouveau, and they don't realize that there's serious cru wines that are really like baby Burgundies, because Beaujolais is in Burgundy, and that act very, very serious. Again, 91 points, Josh Reynolds, great critic, good score, 14 bones, which is a bargain. Would you pay $14 for 91 point red Burgundy from 2005 vintage? Heck, you can't get thimbles for that right now for the Bergs, so let's give this a whirl. Very floral. Really enjoy Beaujolais this time of year, especially a spring-summer segue. It's a great time to drink Beaujolais. 2005 is a very special vintage. I'm getting a very interesting mix of cinnamon with lilacs, a little more of a floral arrangement going on, almost Mother's Day in this glass. Real obvious, lots of flowers. Little hints of spices. I'm getting a little bit of chalk and a little charcoal aspects as well in this nose. Not bad at all. Very in-depth, complex nose for a $14 bottle of wine. Let's give it a whirl. Good integration of fruit, very serious body, nice complexity, great tannins, very young wine, medium-bodied wine, light, but very engaging and very interesting. Getting a little hint of like a dirty rock coming through, a little bit of that going on, but don't be scared. Don't be scared of this wine at all. And for $14, great entry into what serious Beaujolais can be. It does have some Burgundian aspects to it. Obviously, it's not Pinot Noir. Different grape with being Gamay, but very strawberry-like on the finish, getting a lot of hints of residual strawberry sherbet type flavors. Really nice wine. I think Josh got a little too excited here. I'm going to go 89 points on this wine, but it's a solid bottle of wine. Definitely worth seeking out, and a very, very good effort. This was brought to you by 3DVW, who happens to be a great artist, and he was the one of the first people to get a comment in, and so good job on that, and that's why we did it. Next, $9 Cabernet from Han Estates, 2005. And this was asked for by Elliott. and he went on to say that he was a poor student, and the 10 bones the local store wanted to charge him for, he wanted to make sure it was a perfect bottle before he spent that money, and I can't blame you, because you can get a lot of pizza and a lot of chicken, and a lot of other things. I don't know about chicken, but McDonald's chicken for 10 bones. So I'll do that for you, Elliott. Trying to save a college kid some cash. I'm all for that. I'm huge on the college kids. If you're a college kid over 21, leave a comment today. Give me a little CK as a comment. Give me a little CK. Let's give this a whirl. Han, long-established guy from Monterey County. We've been carrying Han Cabernet for as long as I remember. I remember the 91 vintage, little glossy action on it, on the old labels back then. And I'm excited about trying this. I haven't had a Han in 100 years, it feels like. Great color. Little fake fruity coming on. Has a little bit of a bacon smell, which I like, actually quite a bit. That's definitely a nice characteristic on the nose, but a little fake strawberry fruit coming through. Little cherry aspect. I don't know. God, the almost like a. I'll tell you what it smells like, actually. Like you overcooked your bacon and it's got smoky in your kitchen. And it went beep, 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 beep. Don't you hate when that? Shut up. You know, that kind of thing. That's what happened here. We kind of overcooked the bacon on this nose. Yeah. Give it a whirl. Syrupy, a little jammy. Good amount of oak coming through. Not too hot. Very simple, one-dimensional. Tastes like bubble yum a little bit. Big League Chew. This tastes like strawberry Big League Chew to me, exactly. With a little hint of pepper, which I like. But it's a little fake. There's definitely a little bit of Hawaiian punch. You know, like, whoosh. You know, no, that was Kool-Aid. That was the Kool-Aid guy that walked through the little Kool-Aid guy walking through the wall here. I don't know, very simple. I think there's a far more intriguing wines at $10. This is $9, but I think Elliott mentioned it was 10 or 11 locally. Far more intriguing wines that you can get, Elliott. I would seek out wines from the southwest of France, Languedoc-Roussillon we talked about recently, the Rhone. You can get a good Côte de Rhone for 7 bones that destroys this. I mean, pounds it, pins it in 3 seconds, like Ultimate Warrior in '89 SummerSlam when he took the Honky Tonk Man's belt. I mean, this is probably a pass for me and for everybody who's watching this. Let's go 82 points on this. Not really my cup of tea. The fakeness kind of killed it for me. Kind of one-dimensional. I like Big League Chew, though. I gotta admit that. I do like the Big League Chew. I used to put it in my mouth. I don't get a base. It was fun. All right, Washington State. Let's take a little run to the northwest. This is Andrew Will, who is one of the great producers of all Washington State wines. This is 2003 Clipson Vineyard Red Mountain Wine, 14.4 alcohol content. This is 60% Merlot, 40% Cabernet Sauvignon, 91 points, wine enthusiast, $44 US, and this was brought to you guys and requested, and this was the first request, so big shout out to Carlo Rossi Hader. And he's got a cool name. I mean, come on. Awesome name and really awesome choice. I'm really excited about trying it for myself. 2003 vintage. Andrew Will in the hizzy. Let's give it a whirl. Good dark color, nice structure. We like that when we see it in wine. Let's give this a whirl. Let's give it a whirl. Yeah, really nice, really nice cocoa mocha aspect. A little Seattle Starbucks hint on this wine, no doubt. Really interesting dark chocolate and cherry, dark covered chocolate cherried candy coming through. Very nice, very elegant on the nose. Very polished, little hints of oak, like it. The nose is really bringing the thunder. Well structured, well balanced, not too over the top. Good balance between the Merlot and the Cab. Really nice, actually. Good polished bottle of wine. Little heat on the finish that I'm not appreciating. Throws it off a little bit for me. Good black cherry flavors. That is really what's singing and ringing. A little hint of tobacco on the mid palate, which I prefer. Little dirty nails coming through. Little rust aspect on the finish coming through now on the palate. Long finish. Long. Kind of like all these videos. It really is a long finish, which I really appreciate. well structured. The heat is an issue. Hopefully that will go away over time. I'm not so sure that it will, though. It's pretty prominent. It's a little bit off balance because of that. Solid bottle of wine. I'm going to score this wine 90 points. Good, solid bottle. But for 44 bones, I can't help but say this is a pass. Again, exceptionally well made in a lot of ways, and then it falls apart with that heat, makes it disjointed. But there's a lot going on here. Just not my total cup of tea, but there's a lot of things to appreciate about this. Probably like a lot of your loved ones. You like a lot of things about them. There's a couple things you don't. That's kind of how I think about this wine. It's a solid 90-point wine, but for 44 bones, I think you can do better. So, Carlo Rossi hater, there you go. All right, let's get into the next wine. This is, as you can see, a nice blank screen. This is the Eric Kent Bennett Valley Syrah, $28 US, 2004 vintage. And again, 28 bones, very hot winery, no score. This was requested by Harold, and Harold, great call, great job, way to stay on top of things, because this is an extremely hot winery. What I'm really excited about is Ken Humphreys, the winemaker, really got a lot going on. Eric Kent is really interesting. I mean, really interesting. Something cool here I just noticed. Vanessa Marsh is the artist on this label, so that's pretty darn cool. Eric Kent, hot stuff, 2004 vintage, dying to try this, very excited. Dark color, of course. Syrah, we've had a lot of good success with California Syrah on the show. Thinking back to, obviously, the Tensley wine, for example, did real well. Several other Syrahs have really made an impact on the show, so maybe this can add to that. Let's give it a whirl. Yeah, explosive nose. The 7% was the other big one. Carina, not too far away. Really big nose, actually. Very structured. Has like a broccoli covered in chocolate Hershey syrup nose going for it, which is really nice. Tell me that doesn't sound appealing. It's a nice wine on the nose. Very open, very vibrant. Let's give it a whirl. Old World fans, hit the road. This is from the Dry Stack Vineyard. Very concentrated, very extracted. Yeah, 15.1 alcohol. This one's a baby. There's a heat storm in my mouth, but the heat storm is accompanied by lots of chocolate raisinettes, and I like raisinettes. And also, right next door to them are your good friend, the purple, gushy, gooey plums. You know, just like a gooey plum. So you're getting a lot of raisinettes. You're getting a lot of like a purple, fluorescent purple, plum aspect to it. Really nice, very extracted, very rich, very New World. But structure within that New World. Definitely not like some of the Australian Shirazes that I get worried about. Good wine, very hot, very young. I'm going to score this wine 90 points. I think it's got potential to go higher than that. At this point, that's where I have to score it because I don't know what's going to happen with the heat because it is blistering. I mean, it's $1.40 in that. And you know what? No suntan oil. So, real serious stuff. Very over the top. Harold, I would buy some of this and put it away, no doubt. Yeah, good stuff. Tonight is the ceremony dinner for my sister's Teacher of the Year thing. Thank you for hundreds of people that emailed her way back when. That was really cool. I'm really looking forward to that tonight. I got the pink shirt on for it tonight. I'm feeling good. Question of the day. We're sticking in the teacher theme. Who was your 5th grade teacher? Let's give out some big shout outs. 5th grade. Mine, Mrs. Lamley. She was awesome. I loved her. 5th grade. Mr. Burgess was a good dude too. But your 5th grade teacher that you liked the best. 5's my favorite number. That's why I went there. Because you, the little bit of me, we're changing the wine world, aren't we?